Hey folks, and welcome to day one of our National Customer Service Week 5-day challenge. I'm Gary Gormley, and today we are focusing on continuous improvement through three important voices. The first one is what we call voice of the customer, or VOC, and that's things that our customers are telling us about, that things just aren't working. That might be through customer complaints, it might be through customer insight, it might be through some of the reports and some of the things that you might see on a day-to-day basis that customers are telling you. But what is your customer telling you? The next is voice of the employee, and that's you. What are the things that you've observed that get in the way of delivering great customer service? And what ideas have you got that can make things a little bit better? And then the final voice is what we call voice of process. So what are the processes that don't work within your team? What's clunky and what could we do differently to make them a little bit better? So your challenge today is to find one area where we can improve based on the feedback that you've received, whether that's from a customer, from a teammate, from your own observations, through evidence of processes that just aren't working, or maybe performance data that's causing things to go adrift. What we want you to do is share it with the team, share it with your team leaders, share it with your senior managers, and see if you can take some action on that today. And make sure you explain how, by focusing on that, it can make a difference and make a change. And as a bonus task, what we want you to do is, if you've got any customer feedback, any stories, any positive stories, or anything that you've turned around from a negative to a positive, share that on a post today, tag me in, and let's see what we can do. And don't forget to check out the FAB Solutions company page for some fun facts and quizzes, and join me here again tomorrow at 8 p.m. for day 2 of the National Customer Service Week 5-day challenge. Speak to you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Welcome back to day 2 of our 5-day challenge. And yesterday we kick-started with some focuses on how we can drive continuous improvement using the three voices that we discussed: the voice of the customer, voice of the employee, and voice of the process. How did you get on? Share any examples that work for you. But today we're focusing on how we can build customer service skills, from communication to problem solving, emotional intelligence. Today, what we're trying to do is sharpen some of those tools. I'm going to share 2 specific skills with you. These are around rapport building and emotional intelligence. And the first one is what I call the 3 R's of rapport. So the first R stands for react. How do we react to information that's coming from customers? And how do we make sure that we react in an empathetic and appropriate way? Then what we come to is what we call remember. So information that we're being given by customers can quite easily sometimes be forgotten as we go into autopilot. So how do we start to remember some of the information that customers are giving us in a way that we can then reuse that information? And when we reuse that information that the customer's given us, it allows us to demonstrate that we're actively listening, and that we're showing the customer that we care, we understand, and that we've understood exactly what's been discussed, and we've replayed it and used it in a way that supports great customer service. The second one is all around emotional regulation. Now, we know that actually working in contact centres can be hard, and the conversations that we have can be really tough. And what I want to share with you here is a quick model, which is called event plus response equals outcome. How we respond to an event drives the outcome. So choosing our behaviours and our approach can actually help us have a more positive outcome when we're actually engaging in some of those conversations. And it allows us to be a little bit more, I suppose, thoughtful around how we respond to customers. So those are just 2 examples that you can look at and work on today. But today's challenge is I want you to pick a skill that you want to focus on. It might be active listening, it might be managing difficult conversations, or it might be improving your tone. But throughout the day, we want you to be intentional in practicing that skill during some of your customer conversations. And at the end of the day, share some of your best examples and some of your best interactions with your customers throughout the day with your team that demonstrates that you're delivering really great levels of customer service. And as a bonus activity, if you've had a really good conversation, share what made that great on social media or with your team, and get people to offer some feedback and give you some thoughts on how it went. Hopefully that's been useful. Good luck and have a great second day of National Customer Service Week. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye. Welcome back to day 3 of the 5-day National Customer Service Week Challenge. And before we dive into today's session and today's challenge, let's do a quick check-in on yesterday. So yesterday we tackled building customer service skills in the contact center. So how did that go? What skills did you work on? And how did it impact some of the conversations that you had with your customers yesterday? Feel free to share any examples that you're particularly proud of in the comments below and give yourself a pat on the back. But today we're focusing on the theme of building and showing empathy. And we're putting empathy front and center, not just for our customers, but also for our colleagues around us. And sometimes when we're dealing with more vulnerable customers who might need a little bit of extra care, we have to think about things a little bit differently. Or it might be a colleague that's just come off a really difficult call and we need to show them a little bit of empathy. Your challenge is to think about how you are showing empathy in your conversation with your customers and interactions with your colleagues. So when you're speaking with customers, we might want to use what we call level 5 listening. Now, that is what we call the empathetic level of listening. And we're thinking about things from the customer's perspective and from their frame of reference. And when we're demonstrating that, we're tending to focus on the emotions and the language that the customer might be using. And we can be more empathetic in our language. And we might say things like, I understand how frustrating this must be for you, or I can appreciate how difficult that must have been for you, and I understand why that might make you feel angry or upset. So we're focusing on the emotions that's happening at that point in the conversation. But what I'd also say is don't forget to check in with your colleagues and your teammates around the business. How are they doing, and how are you showing them some support if they've had a difficult conversation? And as a bonus exercise and activity today, I want you to think about sharing a story with a colleague or with people within your team about where you've shown empathy and really made a difference for perhaps some of your most vulnerable customers. Whether it's a customer or a colleague, share some of the examples and see how we can bring that empathetic superpower to life. So have a good day. Don't forget to check out the FAB Solutions page for the quizzes and the fun facts. And we'll see you again tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the next challenge. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Hey folks, Gary Golney, FAB Solutions here, and welcome to day 4 of our 5-day National Customer Service Week Challenge. Let's do a little check-in on yesterday's task and challenge, and that was all around the empathy challenge. So how'd it go? Did you have opportunity to use some of that level 5 empathetic listening either with a customer or with a teammate? Feel free to share any stories about how you used empathy to help make a difference in some of the comments below. But today's theme is all about cross-functional collaboration. So in customer service, we don't work in isolation. Often we need to rely on other teams. It might be sales, it might be tech, it might be finance, it might be operations, but they're there to solve problems and help provide the best possible customer experience. Your challenge today is to try and break down one of those silos and think about an area where you need to collaborate with someone else or with another team or with another department that might be stopping you from delivering awesome customer service. So whether you're working on a problem together or whether you're looking to resolve a customer issue, think about how you can pull that team together to help either streamline a process or resolve a customer's problem that you're working on that might require you to do some teamwork across different departments. And what we want you to do at the end of today is maybe share some of those ideas and some of those ways of working that have allowed you to collaborate and make a difference with people within your team or cross-functional department. And as a little bonus exercise, what I want you to think about is how you can maybe run your own little brainstorming session with another department tackling a top issue or challenge or customer problem that is reoccurring on a regular basis. So you can work more effectively together in the future and maybe break down some of those silos. It's about sharing knowledge, sharing experience across the customer journey so that we can deliver really awesome customer service and customer experiences for all of our customers. Share any examples or any thoughts that you've got in the comments below, and don't forget to head over to the FAB Solutions page for today's quiz and fun fact. Take care, and we'll see you all for day 5, the final challenge, tomorrow. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Welcome to the final day of the 5-day National Customer Service Week Challenge. And first, let's take a moment to reflect on yesterday's challenge, which was all about cross-functional collaborative working. How did that go? Did you work with another department? Did you help somebody solve a customer issue or help improve a process? I'd love to hear some thoughts around what you did and any stories and the impact that that's had on your customer service. But now for day 5, the final day, where we're shifting gears a little bit and we're focusing on what makes customer service fun. And great customer service doesn't always have to be really serious. It's just about creating a really positive and enjoyable environment for everybody in the team, because we do deal with some really difficult customers sometimes and some really difficult scenarios. So we want to bring our A game. And one way that we can do that is by celebrating the successes of everybody around us. So today's challenge is simple. We want to catch you doing it right. So throughout the day, keep an eye out for those moments when a teammate's doing something awesome, whether it's handling a customer call with some really great skills or somebody showing really great teamwork and going the extra mile. Let's recognize and celebrate all of those wins across the team. So give a real big shout out to those moments and share it with the team. And let's make today an activity where it's really fun and it's a really positive environment. And I just want to say, if you have been following this week, these 5 challenges, and you've got involved, thanks very much for getting involved. Let's keep the energy going and let's see if we can celebrate that throughout the year and we can make every day a National Customer Service Week great experience. Thanks very much for being involved. If you've enjoyed it, please follow the FAB Solutions page. Feel free to follow me and I'll see you all again sometime soon. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.